Hello, welcome back to Spark and Speak. I am very happy you are here today. Before we start, I want to ask you one simple question. Are you ready? Here is the question. When was the last time you were waiting for the right moment? Maybe you were waiting to start a new habit. Maybe you were waiting to go after a big dream. Maybe you were waiting to say something important to someone you love. Maybe you were waiting to change your life. And you told yourself, not today, maybe tomorrow, not this week, maybe next month, not this year, maybe when things are better. We are all waiting, but the question is, what are we waiting for? Here is the truth that many people do not want to hear. The right moment is not coming. It was never coming. It does not exist. And today, in this video, we are going to talk about why. We are going to talk about what waiting does to your life. And most importantly, we are going to talk about what you can do right now. So please sit down, take a deep breath, and let us begin. Section 2, the comfortable trap. Every day, millions of people wake up. They open their eyes, they think about their dreams, and then they go back to the same routine. They make coffee, they check their phone, they go to work, they come home, they watch something on their screen, and then they sleep. And the next day, the same thing happens again. This is called the comfortable trap. It is not dangerous, it is not painful, but it is very, very expensive. Because every day you stay in this trap, you pay with your time. And time is the one thing you can never get back. You can earn more money. You can make new friends. You can learn new skills. But you cannot get back yesterday. You cannot get back last year. You cannot get back the 10 minutes you just spent looking at your phone. Many people know this. They feel it deep inside, but they still wait. Why? Because waiting feels safe. Starting feels scary. When you wait, you still have the dream. When you start, you might fail, and failure is scary. So people choose to keep the dream instead of testing it. But a dream you never test is just a wish. Let me tell you something that changed the way I think about time. Imagine you have a big jar, and every morning someone puts 1,440 marbles into that jar. Each marble is 1 minute of your day, and every night that jar is emptied. All the marbles are gone. Some were used for good things, some were wasted, but all of them are gone. Tomorrow morning, the jar is filled again. 40 new marbles. But here is the important part. No one promises you there will be a tomorrow. So what are you going to do with today's marbles? Section 3. What waiting actually does to you. People think waiting is harmless. They think, I'm just being patient. I'm just preparing. But waiting and preparing are very different things. Preparing means you are doing something every day to get ready. Waiting means you are doing nothing and hoping the universe will do it for you. Patience is a virtue, but passive waiting is a thief. Let me explain what waiting actually does to your life. Fact 1. Waiting kills your confidence. Every day you do not start, a small voice inside you grows louder. That voice says, see, you are not ready. See, you cannot do it. See, you cannot do it. See, other people are better than you. At first, this voice is quiet. You can ignore it. But if you wait for months or years, that voice becomes very, very loud, and soon you start to believe it. Fact 2. Waiting makes your fears bigger. Fear is like a small plant. If you face it early, it is small. You can pull it out easily, but if you leave it alone, it grows roots, it becomes strong. It becomes hard to remove. The thing you are afraid of today will feel 10 times bigger after 1 year of waiting. Fact 3. Waiting closes doors. Life is full of doors, opportunities, chances, moments, but these doors do not stay open forever. A job opportunity, a business idea, a relationship, a moment to make a change. Every door has an expiry time, and when it closes, it often does not open again. Effect 4. Waiting becomes a habit. This is the most dangerous effect. If you wait once, it is easy to wait again, and again, and again, until waiting is not a choice anymore. It is just what you do. You become a person who waits. And the saddest thing is, you start to call it being careful or being realistic. But really, you are just afraid. You do not wait because you are ready. You wait because starting feels real, and reality is scary. Sapute 4. The story of the two farmers. Let me tell you a story. A long time ago, in a small village, there were two farmers. Their names were Hassan and Arif. Both men had a piece of land. Both men wanted to grow food. Both men dreamed of a good harvest. In the spring, Arif looked at his land. The soil was dry. The sky was cloudy. The temperature was cold. He said to himself, "This is not the right time. I will wait for better weather." And so he waited. Hassan also looked at his land. The soil was dry, the sky was cloudy, the temperature was cold. He said to himself, "The conditions are not perfect, but they are enough. I will start today." And so he started. Hassan worked hard every single day. He planted seeds, he watered the ground, he removed weeds. He protected the plants from the cold. Was it easy? No. Was it uncomfortable? Yes. Did he face problems? Every single day. But he kept going. Arif kept watching the sky. He kept waiting for perfect weather. When it rained too much, he said, "I will wait." When it was too dry, he said, "I will wait." When he was tired, he said, "I will wait." Summer came. Hassan's plants were growing well. They were not perfect, but they were real. Arif's land was still empty. Autumn came. Hassan had food. His family was fed. He had something to sell. Arif had nothing. He had spent the whole year waiting for perfect conditions. That never came. The fields do not care about your feelings. They only respond to your work. My friend, you are a farmer too. Your life is your field. Your actions are your seeds. And the seasons of opportunity do not wait for you to feel ready. Plant your seeds now, even in the cold, even in the dry season, even when the sky is not clear. Plant them now. Section 5. What the right moment really means now. Now I want to talk about something important. What do people really mean when they say the right moment? They mean a moment when I feel no fear. They mean a moment when I have everything I need. They mean a moment when success is guaranteed. But here is the truth. That moment does not exist. It has never existed. It will never exist. Every person who ever did something great started before they were ready. Every business that is now successful was once started with fear and doubt. Every great skill someone has today was once learned with mistakes and confusion. Nobody wakes up one day and thinks, "I am completely ready. Today is the perfect day. I feel no fear. I know exactly what to do." It does not work like that. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is starting even when you are afraid. The right moment is not something you find. It is something you create by starting. Think about the first time you rode a bicycle. Were you ready? No. Were you afraid of falling? Yes. Did you fall? Probably. But after you fell and stood up again and tried again, something magical happened. You learned life is the same. You will fall. You will make mistakes. You will feel lost sometimes. But every fall teaches you something. Every mistake makes you stronger. Every wrong turn teaches you which way is right. The person you want to become is on the other side of action, not on the other side of waiting. Section 6. The science of starting. There is a very interesting thing that scientists have discovered. It is called the action effect. The idea is simple. Starting something, even imperfectly, creates momentum, and momentum makes the next step easier, and the next, and the next. You do not need motivation to start. You need to start to create motivation. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Many people think like this. When I feel motivated, I will start. But successful people think like this. I will start, and then I will feel motivated. This is a very important difference. Because if you wait for motivation before starting, you will wait forever. Motivation is not a bus that comes on a schedule. It is a fire, and you must light it yourself. The way you light the fire is simple. Take one small action. Do you want to exercise more? Put on your shoes. Just that. You do not have to run yet. Just put on your shoes. Do you want to write something? Open a blank page. Just that. You do not have to write the whole thing. Just open the page. Do you want to learn something new? Watch one short video. Read one page. Take one small step. Big changes come from small, consistent actions, not from big, dramatic moments. The small action tells your brain, we are doing this. And your brain says, okay, let us go. That is how momentum starts. That is how lives change. Saku de 7. Stories from a real life. Let me share some real examples with you. These are stories of people who did not wait for the perfect moment. They started with what they had, where they were. Story 1. There was a woman named Sarah. She wanted to be a writer, but she had 3 children. She worked a full-time job. She was always busy and always tired. She told herself, when my children grow up and I have more time, I will write my book. Years passed. Her children grew older, but now she had a different excuse. I am too old now. I have lost my chance. Then one day, a friend asked her, what if you wrote just 1 page every morning before the children wake up? Sarah laughed. 1 page? That is nothing. But she tried it. 1 page a day. Every morning, just 15 minutes. 365 days later, she had written a full book. She did not wait for the right moment. She created tiny moments every single day. Story 2. There was a young man named Daniel. He had a business idea, but he had no money, no experience, no connections, no support. Everyone told him, wait, save money first, learn more. Be more ready. Save money first, learn more. Be more ready. He listened to them for 1 year. Then one day, he asked himself, if I keep waiting to be ready, when will I actually start? He had no good answer. So he started with nothing. A small idea. A small step every day. Many mistakes. Many lessons. 3 years later, he had a growing business. Not perfect, but real. Every master was once a beginner who refused to quit. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to be the best. You just need to be willing to start. And to keep going when it gets hard. Sakuti 8, the danger of someday. I want to talk about a very dangerous word. This word destroys more dreams than failure does. This word steals more time than laziness does. Are you ready to hear it? The word is someday. Someday, someday I will travel. Someday I will fix this relationship. Someday I will get healthy. Someday I will go after my dream. Someday. Someday is not a day of the week. There is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But there is no someday on any calendar in the world. Someday is where dreams go to die. It sounds like hope, but it is actually delay. It sounds like planning, but it is actually avoidance. The person who says someday is the same person who will say, I wish I had, 10 years later. Please do not be that person. You are too smart for that. You are too capable for that. You deserve more than a life full of some days. Change someday to a specific day. Change someday I will exercise to tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I will walk for 20 minutes. Change. Someday I will learn to tonight at 8 p.m. I will study for 30 minutes. Give your dreams a time and a date. Because goals without dates are just wishes. Saku to 9. How to stop waiting and start living. Okay. Now we come to the most important part of this video. Not just the why, but the how. How do you actually stop waiting? How do you start? Here are 5 real steps that you can use starting today. Step 1. Identify your waiting story. What story are you telling yourself to justify waiting? I am not ready yet. I do not have enough money. It is too late. People will judge me. I do not know enough. Write it down. Actually, write it on a piece of paper. Then ask yourself, is this story definitely true? Or is it just a fear pretending to be a fact? Most waiting stories are fears in disguise. Step 2. Define the smallest possible first step. Not the whole journey, just the first step. Not the whole journey, just the first step. Make it so small that it seems almost silly. Want to start a business? Today's step, write down one business idea. Want to get fit? Today's step, do 5 push-ups. Want to learn a skill? Today's step, watch one 10-minute tutorial. Small is not weak. Small is smart. Small is how mountains are climbed, one step at a time. Step 3. Create a non-negotiable daily habit. Decide on one thing you will do every single day towards your goal. It does not matter how small it is. What matters is that you do it. Every day, not when you feel like it. Every single day. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. 10 minutes every day for 1 year is more valuable than one big effort that you quit after a week. Step 4. Remove the safety net of, I will start tomorrow. Every night before you sleep, set a specific task for the next morning. Write it down, put it somewhere you can see, and when you wake up, do that task before you do anything else, before the phone, before the news, before breakfast if you need to. Your future self is built in the early hours before the world demands your attention. Trap 5. Let go of perfect. This is perhaps the most important step. Perfect is the enemy of done. A plan that is 70% ready and starts today is worth more than a perfect plan that starts next year. Done is better than perfect. Started is better than planned. You can improve as you go. You can learn as you move. But you cannot improve what has not started. You do not have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Sakitin 10. What you are really afraid of. Before we reach the end of this video, I want to speak to you very honestly. I want to talk about the real reason most people wait, not the excuses. The real reason. The real reason is not lack of time. The real reason is not lack of money. The real reason is not lack of knowledge. The real reason is fear of finding out who you truly are. Here is what I mean. Right now, while you are waiting, you still have hope. You can still believe, if I start someday, I will succeed. That hope feels good. It is comfortable. But the moment you start, the moment you actually try, you might discover that it is harder than you thought. You might struggle. You might fail. You might not be as talented as you hoped. And for many people, that possibility is too scary, so they choose to keep the dream pure by never testing it. But here is what I want you to understand. Struggle is not a sign that you are in the wrong place. Struggle is a sign that you are growing. Every strong tree was once a seed that had to push through hard ground. Every great person was once a beginner who felt lost and confused. Your struggle today is your strength tomorrow. And even if things do not go perfectly, even if you fail at something, you will learn things about yourself that you could never learn by waiting. You will discover a strength you did not know you had. You will find a courage that only comes from doing. You will become someone you are proud of, not because you are perfect, but because you tried. Sapachi dried. Sabachi U11. The final message. We are near the end of this video, and I want to leave you with something I hope you carry with you. Imagine yourself 10 years from today. You are older. You are looking back at your life right now. This moment, today, there are two versions of your future self. In the first version, you waited. You always found a reason to delay. You protected yourself from failure by never really trying. And now, 10 years later, you still have the same dream, but it is fading. You are older, and the fire inside is smaller. And sometimes at night, a quiet sadness comes, not because life was terrible, but because you always wondered, what if I had started? In the second version, you started. Not perfectly, not without fear, but you started. You fell many times, you learned many lessons. You had difficult weeks and difficult months, but you kept going. And 10 years later, you are not where you dreamed of being. You are somewhere better. Because the person who kept going became someone stronger, wiser, and more alive than the person who kept waiting ever could have been. Which version do you want to be? The choice is yours. It has always been yours. Not tomorrow. Not after the holidays. Not when things get better. Now. Right now, after this video, you have a chance to make one small decision, one small step, one tiny action that tells the universe, I am serious, I am done waiting. I am starting today. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. You are enough. You are ready enough. You have enough. You have enough. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Just start. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. That itself tells me something about you. You are someone who takes learning seriously, and that is something to be proud of. My name is Spark and Speak, and this channel exists for one reason, to help you grow in your thinking, in your courage, and in your English. Every video on this channel is made with simple, clear English, so you can understand the message easily. And while you are learning life lessons, you are also improving your English at the same time. Two things at once: motivation and English. That is the Spark and Speak way. If this video helped you even a little bit, please subscribe. Click the subscribe button right now. It is free, it takes 2 seconds, and it means that every time we make a new video, you will be the first to know. Also, please like this video if it gave you something to think about, and leave a comment below. Tell me, what is one thing you have been waiting to start? Write it in the comments. Let the world see it. Make it real. Because the moment you write it down and say it out loud, it stops being a wish and starts being a commitment. And share this video with someone who needs it. Maybe a friend, maybe a family member, maybe someone who has been waiting too long. Share it with them and say, I thought of you when I watched this. That small act of kindness might change their life. Thank you for being part of Spark and Speak. Keep learning, keep growing, never stop. Until next time.